Good evening and welcome to Mahattattva Google Connect webinar Classroom Engagement through Google Slides with Ms. Harpreeet Kaur and Mr. Neeraj Gupta. Um, before, uh, bef- Before I go ahead and introduce both these speakers, I'd like to thank each and everyone who's taken the time to go ahead and join us today. Please go ahead and stick on to this webinar till the last, because Mr. Gupta has really arranged for a very good activity for you all. So I'm going to go ahead without any further ado. I'm going to introduce Ms. Harpreeet Kaur, who is an enthusiastic and trained educator passionate about technology and how it can make teaching and learning process more effective. She has over 20 years of experience teaching Indian as well as international students from K to 12. A keen learner and a resourceful teacher, Harpreet is the founder and leader of GEG Ludhiana. Harpreet is also a Google certified level 1 and level 2 educator. Mr. Neeraj Gupta has been teaching mathematics to secondary and senior secondary classes in Delhi Govt Schools for the last 20 years. He is passionate about integrating technology in education to make teaching more effective and add a fun element to learning in his classroom. He is also a Google certified level 1 and level 2 educator. Once again, I welcome
Thank
both
you,
of
ma'am.
you all for this webinar, and I'm going to pass on the baton to Ms. Harpreet Kaur to go ahead and begin this session.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, Pooja ma'am, for a very warm welcome and a lovely introduction. So, she's already introduced. I'm going to start without much ado sharing my screen. So, here we go. I think my screen is good enough. We're going to go. So, a quick look at our topic. So today's topic is classroom engagement with Google Slides. We've all post pandemic and during the pandemic, we've all learned how to use that, use it in the remote mode. Google has been a big name, and thank you, Team Mahattattva. I would not forget to mention that, which has taken a lead in the race, wherein they are the leaders for Google partners, and they are wonderfully integrating all the teachers in the circle of India, I would say, as it's an Indian team to lead and inform and educate educators like me, to grow along with technology as our students were sitting home, and to give that comfort of a classroom, a real classroom that they were missing over these 2 years. We are back to our normal classrooms, and our normal classrooms are now a mix of, we moved on from virtual to blended to hybrid and coming back to physical regular classrooms. So I would like to congratulate Team Mahattattva for being the backbone of educators like us and teaching us, tutoring us, mentoring us at all the stages. And to add a little on it, because of Team Mahattattva, thanks to them, thanks to all the leaders around that I've been working with in my Google Educator groups, the personal learning network that we've been working on, I have also achieved my Google certified trainer tag. So I cannot not thank Team Mahattattva. So with that, today we are moving on to one specific aspect of Google, that's Google Slides, which is very integrating, very enriching, yet lot to explore. Sometimes there are basic features which seem to be underexplored. So we are going to just move on. I'm going to quickly rush through because I also want to see what Neeraj sir has for us in his reserve. So, like ma'am said, I am Harpreet. I work with an international school, and for those who are still on chuttis, I am not. I am working, and I will have another 30 days to go on, and then when you people start working in July, for most of you, I will go on my 2 months of vacation. So that's it. So I think introduction has been done. So quickly going on to the physical aspects, or we're going to go practical on this. So changing the shape of an image, we all know how to integrate an image or add on to it. So for that, Just quickly doing a check if we all know the ways to access Google Slides. We have got this 9 dot, which is the Google Apps, or as Google fondly calls it, waffle. So here, once you click on it, this yellow, pretty yellow, is the Google Slides icon. You can click on that. That's one way. And you have got the blank presentation which you access, which we're going to open. We've got a beautiful template gallery which has a lot of templates. Many people still haven't explored it. There are a lot of possibilities in this. If you see, these are ready-made, pre-built, preset, featured Google Slides which are there for you, from basic portfolios to certificate generation, to fairs, to generating tickets, your profiles, your timelines, to different kind of proposals you'd like to create. So have a look at them whenever time allows, because it is another beautiful feature which goes explored, and people go straight to blank and they start from scratch. But there is lots already there. You just have to go in, change your colors, change the little theme here and there, add your pictures, and you're good to go. So why to reinvent the wheel when there are a lot of things already made? Second way to access was through your Google Drive. Again, going to these 9 dots, and you've got this lovely colorful triangle. That's your drive. Once you click on the drive, on the left you've got this new button. You click on that and you've got Google Slides appearing here, or you right click anywhere and you have your Google Slide option. So here, and you've got Google Slides. You can choose from a template, or you can create a blank presentation. The third way, which I prefer, is, for me, very simple, is the extension is dot new. That's a lovely one. Google Slides.new, docs.new, forms.new. That is what I am all about. The dot new is what recently I explored and I learned. So that's a new. So coming back to our first feature, change the shape of the image. So here I'm going to run through a blank slide. I am going to, in fact, since it's colorful, I'm going to insert an image. Let's see, I want to insert an image here. I'm going to go to insert, go to image, and let's see if I have insert. Before even I do that, insert has 6 possibilities where you can insert from. You can upload from a computer, search from a web drive, your photo gallery, by a link, a URL, or your camera, which can be a live image. I can get myself clicked right away. I'm going to go easy way to go on to an image. I have one image right here on my desktop. Okay, so that's my image. I'm going to just take it. Now this is the same boring rectangular or a square image. I want to add some fun to it for kids. So here I am going to go on to this crop feature. One possibility is that you crop it. You just click on this, or even if you directly double click, you see these black angles appear. These handles allow you to crop from whichever side you want, and my image will be cut, and I double click outside. So my image is whatever I need. So if there is extras on the side you want to cut, this is a short way to do it. However, we're not looking at cropping the image right now. We're looking at masking the image. So right next to the crop, there is a small triangle. If you can see here, this little triangle is what is called masking. I'm going to mask this. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to go on to this little triangle on the side. It gives me options for the shapes. Do I want to go by the shape and I want to give this image a shape? I want to image it in the shape of an arrow or a kind of a sign for an arrow. It could be a call out. It could be an equation. I want to face myself as an equation. I'm going to go simple. I can choose a shape which can be a circular shape. The moment I do this, my image has been cut down into a circle. I can still do it. I need to just have it highlighted or selected. I click on this, again another shape, and I can change it into a lovely heart. So it depends on what shape and what are you doing. You can even do that with any cartoon image or any other theme that you're choosing. You can take that particular image and do it the same way as I did it. Going on to the next one. This is really interesting. A mystery tool. It's like a detective, a word detective for kids, where you've got a magnifying glass. You ask them something, they go on, they hover, and they have the answers they have to look for using this magnifying glass. This is really, really interesting for kids. They look forward to it. Similarly, there's a little activity we did with time. So these are the elements that you look at the screen right now. So this is what we are going to do it on a clean slide. So here I'm going to name my slide as demo. That's very important to begin with. I am going to give my title as, let's say, word art. Instead of a regular text box, let's make it a little interesting. We're talking about interactivity and effectiveness of our teaching using the aesthetics. So here I'm going to say, let's say, time detective. So here my title appears. Again, it's kind of boring. I like colors. So I'm going to go here, fill color. So I can take a blue. I can take a nice border to go for it. I can even do more to format options. So here I've got these formatting options. I can go to drop shadow and it will have a little shadow onto my text. So it just appears a little better and I can add more formatting as I want. The reflection can go on if you see, but we'll refrain from it right now. That's one thing. Now we had all the elements onto our scene, what we want to create as activity. It could be done as a geography activity. I did last time with volcanoes, and there were different vocabulary themes. You, if you're doing about plants, you can do definition matching. You can do it with vocabulary search. You can do it with different fruits and vegetables if they are small kids. You can do it with older kids in terms of math equations and the answers. It's like a match activity, but they have to look for it. That could be kind of a running game that they could play with. So here I've got the time detective. Now the second thing I need is a box, which would be my shape. I'm going to pick up a shape. I create a box, which will be my answer box. That's my base. I want to change the color of the box to a blue. That's my theme. Now Control D, as in D for Delhi, Control D duplicates my box. So I don't have to worry about the color. I don't have to worry about the size, the shape again. Just Control D and it duplicates any object that is on your screen. So that's a little shortcut. Once you're done with that, I've got two of them. I have is a text box I need for my time. But before that, let me insert my time because it's a time detective. I'm going to go search the web this time instead of my device. I go here and I click for, let's go to a clock image. So here I can search. Let's see what looks like a nice fancy clock. Here, this looks like a nice color. I click on it. I have a nice clock with me now that says the time. So, and it's clear, visible. The children can find out without any confusion of minutes. Now I need to know my next element, which is again an image, and that's a magnifying glass that will do the magic. So I again go searching the web, magnifying glass. Now here I don't have to go on to any other tab. I don't have to go to Chrome. I don't have to go to google.com. Everything is inbuilt within Google Slides. So I'm not going out of this. I just click on it and let's look at this one. Okay, this magnifying glass looks good. I just double click and it's there. Last time I hit insert. This time I did double click. It does the same job. So I've got my magnifying glass ready on the side. Now what I need is my answers. So for that, I would need a text box. It looks complicated. It's super simple, super easy. So here, if you see, I have a text box. And I'll just write here 2:00. Okay. I'm going to make it appear bigger because I have a big box. So I think this still can fit in a little, maybe smaller. Looks good. I'll just try to put it on. I reduce the size. It has to fit in. Now I've got 2 o'clock, and now again, instead of copying and writing again, I just duplicate. Control D again. I've got another 2 o'clock moving here. I'm going to just change it to 3 o'clock for my kids to guess or decide. I want them to choose one time and see if they are correct. Now, if it is the different color, it is visible. We need to hide this. That's the trick. So the first trick, to go to the text color, and I'm going to change it to the same color as the base. 2 o'clock is blue. It's invisible now. Same goes with 3 o'clock. Blue, invisible. So that's my first trick. Now, how it works is there are 3 layers we are creating. One is with the base, the shape box that I created with blue. Second layer was the time that I did it and I changed it into blue. And the third is our magnifying glass. Now, if I put my magnifying glass on top, it's already visible. Why? Because when we change it, the original setting was above. That was the second item on the list we chose. That's one shortcut. You are very clear where you want. Basically, your magnifying glass will be on top of your time. So it cannot be behind it. Otherwise, it will, because it's an object in itself. I did not choose a transparent one. I chose a regular magnifying glass. Let's try with another magnifying glass to clarify it further. I go to again my time. I go magnifying glass. Let me choose another magnifying glass. So let's say I choose this one. I insert another magnifying glass, and to check if this also works and my time is visible, it does not. You see, it is overlapping my time. So what I do is I go on to right clicking, order, and send backwards. I will go send it backwards. The moment I send it backwards, my time appears on the top. So it has created 3 layers which are very visible now. You can see the time. It's 2 o'clock. You can see the magnifying glass between the box, the shape box, and the time. So that is when the time appears on the top, you are good to go. So that was a little mystery tool, just moving the magnifying glass between the bottom layer and the top layer will solve the purpose. So always give it a try. That's the only trick. Here we did it before. So that was my second layer. I did the shape, I introduced my magnifying glass, and then I added the time. So that was already the top layer. So that is why when I just hovered my mouse or the object, it was there. But this time I did it after the time was created. So I had to send it backwards to appear. So that's the difference between the two. So every time it has to go between. So please remember, magnifying glass is the middle layer. So that was a bit of a technicality. Going back to fun, starting and setting a timer for a video. So here you have videos that you always add and you give it to the kids. So very easy. You just go on. Let's say I have a video on volcanoes. I'm working with my grade 6 on volcanoes, and I want to give them a nice video. Let's see, you've got something from a real life volcano eruption. I go start. Now here I can place it wherever I want. Now on the right side, the moment you see the video appears, you have a format option window on the right side. The panel appears automatically. So you've got the video. It says you play on the click, or you have an option to play automatically or manual. I would like to personally do it on click, but it's your personal choice how you want your class to run through. Starting at, so it will start from the beginning, but it's a 16.58-second video. I don't want the kids to do it. I am giving it in the class. Everybody has a device, or we are looking at the screen together. Instead of me pausing every time, I would like them to say, okay, after 3 minutes and 58 seconds, or just let's take 3 minutes, I want the video to pause, and we are going to discuss what happened. Because after 16 minutes, we might not come to the basics of it, and people would have forgotten. So that's why I can automatically set the time limit, And then I can run through and then say, okay, I have now from 3 minutes to 6 minutes, then from 6 minutes or 6 minutes 1 second to 12 minutes is what I want. So I can set limits to my video. So when you see how you know it is done, have a click on it in your slideshow. So here, if you see, once I start playing it, there's a little full watch video, there's a little cross if I hover my mouse. This is where my 3 minutes finish. The moment these 3 minutes are done, the video would pause. So I am just going to go very close to these 3 minutes. It's playing.
Since this video came out, the volcano has continued to have eruptions. In 2016, researchers from Bristol University, the power of our...
Oh, sorry, I did it a little bit too shortcut and it went forward. So I'm going to go close.
The power of our...
So 49.
Researchers from Bristol University and the Sakurajima Volcano Research Center released information that suggests the volcano may have a large-scale eruption sometime in the next 30.
And there it stops. So 3 minutes over, the video stops. It doesn't mean you cannot go on. The kids can still go on if they're at their personal space. It'll still run. But I started it from 0 to 3 seconds, and that is where it'll start going on. But they can always go skip and do it. So this is an easy way to do a little video control. Second way we have is a break time, making it fun. Again, we are all talking about interactivity with kids, making it fun. We have this little pause break. I create a slide, a 5-minute break. Type in your chat was more of virtual learning. Still, we have kids when they are up in the holidays. If you want to give some activities or you're doing it in class, you just click on insert again a video. And if you see, there are a lot of video breaks on internet, 5-minute break or 5-minute timer. Let's click on that because I want to give my students 5 minutes. So this one goes with the music. I say 5-minute timer, and there I have a 5-minute timer. I can go on to see the moment this goes. I have kids to go on to some work. This doesn't mean they're going out of the class. They're on to some interesting task and the timer goes on. You give it them, so you don't have to remind them. It'll automatically buzz through. So that's another way to keep the kids engaged. They're looking forward to something and not just saying, okay, 2 minutes reh gaya, 4 minutes ho gaya. Not good. So this is just to add that fun to your class. Next we have is how to add clickable text boxes for students. This is something we've not really explored. People struggle through it. Some of them always add drag boxes. So here, if you give them a box, maybe boxes, let's see. If you just give them a box and you say type the word, every time they'll come here, they're going to highlight or they're going to delete it, and then they start typing their answers, whatever it is. But there is a trick to it. You add a new slide. So here I'm going to add, it's here. The next slide, automatically when you start your Google slide, this is what it gives you. I just need a blank frame. Control C, which is copying my text box. And I go on to my frame where I want my kids to write. So this is just a shape that I've inserted, a regular shape, and I've colored it. That's it. I'm going to say Control V as paste. So ye tha na, click to add title is what I had. I will resize it. And I bring it inside my shape. So here it fits in. Now the trick, what will happen is, it says click to add title or click to add whatever it says. You want your kids to write the answer here. For example, write 3 kinds of vertebrates. So I'm going to just, the moment I click on it, I didn't hit enter. I didn't do backspace. I just came back onto it. I clicked on it. The cursor automatically was ready to get me typed. So that is a little shortcut you could also try, and it just works for kids very well. Then coming back to our slides to make it look better. So here, if you see, I have a blank slide. I have another slide. I am going to just like Control C, come back to a blank one. And what I'm saying is here, I have this image. I say Control V, Control. I've got these 3 things. Now here, what I've done is, if you can see, these are shadows. I'm going to, in fact, let's go delete these. I go on to inserting a shape. Again, we are not just talking about working, but making it appealing. So I have this shape. That's kind of my rounded rectangle or a square is my favorite personal, not with those sharp edges. So I end up doing those. So here, I'm going to change the color. So let's give it a nice pink. And now this is still blank. I still have a lot of effects that I can add. So the moment you click on it, right click, format option. Our format is a very good friend. So I go on to drop shadow, and I go on to our reflections. These could be these two options that we could explore. Now next to the drop shadow is this drop down. If I click on it, it further opens some options. I will go on to distance. The moment I click on distance, you see there is a distance that has been created with the shadow because we are creating a shadow. This one, angle gives me an angle on the side. Which side do you want the angle? This time, if you see, there is an angle on the right side that I created and balances the bottom or the right. I have now a balance wherein it's on the left side as well as the bottom. I can change the color of this. I can even add a nice yellow, which doesn't look too nice, but I can always do that little shadow and make it feel like a 3D. So that's again one interesting tip you can do. Again, I was looking at this Google font, which was this one, the font library. This is again something people do not look into. Whenever you're adding a text box, let's say I want to add a nice text box here, but when I'm writing a theme or something, I only look at these available themes. These are my frequently or recently used themes. That is all. But there is this more fonts on the very top. On the left to the more fonts is A plus. When you click on it, it's a huge library of fonts that Google gives us, which we people do not pay focus to. They are very interesting. If you look at these drop downs, please explore. There are by scripts. There are Arabic, Bengali, Devanagari. There is Gujarati script. There's Gurmukhi, Kannada. You've got lots of Indian scripts that you can choose from. You've got these fonts. You want fonts only for display, handwriting. They have been divided according to these categories as well, or according to the popularity, by alphabetical order, by the date, or the ones that are trending. So if you click on the trending ones, these are the ones people generally are using. This is lovely one, like a Minecraft theme. If people you have kids at home and they are playing Minecraft games, the moment I do that, you see it's checked, it's highlighted. I have OK option to click on, and it will be added onto my theme. I can go on to more together. If you look here, I can choose these many at one go, and I click OK, and it will be added to my font gallery right here. You see, I added this. Grape nuts was just added. I have added all these lot of new ones. The smooch one I just added. So if you can see, these are the fonts you can use, and then you can say whatever you want to explore with your designing. My last fun element is animation on the slide. This one was again, you've got three elements on it to begin with. Just to make it more lively, you've got a title, which was a regular text box. You've got the animation here, and you've got a background image. So three elements onto this slide to make it look nice. But there is another way to it as well. So first look at this one. You have nice background. I can choose a gradient. Let's say here a red one. I insert a background. Now, as compared to an image, we all know backgrounds we choose and we prefer when we don't want it to be moved. I cannot move it. If I add an element on top of my Google slide, any slide, it can be moved. I cannot lock it. This one, adding it as a background will help lock it. Now I'm going to insert. I'd already downloaded some images from internet. You can just go simple Google, put animated confetti, animated flowers. You can choose these from images. You right click, you can check on the images, you can see what works, whichever is a good confetti. So I already chose some, and you can even choose the word transparent. So that's again one trick, transparent, and you are good to go. You've got all these, because then it will not add the white background that it brings. So transparent will just bring the object that is actually moving. So here I'm going to insert image from my computer, and I've got a folder, and here these are some of the nice images I'd taken. So one was this simple confetti. You have a party theme and you can choose this. I did not choose a transparent one here, so this is what I have, like a blank slide. I can still use it, if you see, and I can add my text on top of it, a regular text box, and I can say happy holidays, or whatever message you want to give, or you have something else, or it's a birthday party you want to do, virtual party, or you want to wish someone on somebody, a class student that you have. That could be one option. Then you can also go on to putting a snow, like I did. It was transparent snowflakes, so that again adds some values and some fun to your Google slides. So I think that's pretty much from me, and I'm sure we all are waiting for sir to go on. So that's about me, I think. Neeraj sir, I'm all done, all yours. Like I said, it's bang on time. Over to
Thank you,
you.
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Harpreet ma'am. Thank you, Kajal ma'am. सभी को नमस्कार. Welcome to everyone who are watching this program live, and also welcome to those who will be watching this program later on in the recording mode. Before I proceed, I would like to thank Ms. DS ma'am, Dipti Sahni ma'am, the CEO of Mahattattva, who has given me this opportunity. Thank you, ma'am. So I would go to my presentation. Google Slides and interactive games. This is my topic for today. Uh, in fact, it is a question whether the Google Slides can be taken as an interactive games. Can it be converted to interactive games? And if it is yes, then how? So it is a question for all of you, and you can think whether it is possible or not. And I think most of you can say yes, it is possible. But how can it be possible? Let us begin this. For the time, I have taken this worksheet which we normally give to students, जिसमें हमारे कुछ क्वेश्चंस होते हैं और हम बच्चों को सीधा सीधा दे देते हैं A4 साइज के पेपर में, और बच्चे से कहते हैं कि इसे करें, but the level of engagement, the level of enjoyment is missing there. So I have tried to convert this worksheet as a game. And how is it possible? Let us see. I have given this as a project named Odd One Out. The objective is written before you. The most thing is the exploration of Google Slides as an interactive games. Some of the prerequisites or the basic knowledge I have mentioned here, but thanks to Harpreet ma'am, she has covered all these things earlier to me. Thank you, Harpreet ma'am. If you don't know, don't worry, I am here with you. Before I go live, I would like to mention the materials I have taken from. These are written before you. The audio is being taken from the YouTube audio library, Bitmoji, Jiffy, GIFs, Canva. These all are things. For simplicity, I have divided my game in three parts. One is the introductory part, second one is the body part, and the third one is the ending part. The main part is the body part. So it will take some time. So let's go live. How to make it? Uh, Click on the plus button to open a new tab. Then you can go for the slides from the waffle button, or you can type slide.new, which already Harpreet ma'am has covered. Okay, it's being loaded. I name it as game. The first work is to name this slide. I will like to work with the theme builder, which can be accessed from the view option or the slide option. You can see clicking on view, you can have theme builder, or you can go from slide also. Slides, edit theme. This will pop up this type of screen before you. It already has several layouts, so I would like to delete some of them because I have to build my own. I also delete this, selecting Control A. First of all, I would like to change its background. For simplicity, I have downloaded all the images, all the GIFs in my computer. Okay, you can see my background is being set. I also want to duplicate this slide and go to layout button this way and Control D or right click duplicate slides. So I am duplicating it once more. First of all, I would like to name this slide. Since our title is odd one out, odd one out. I select this, some formatting I would be doing. Josephine's font, its font increasing. Okay, I have taken this to 49. Color, its alignment, center. That's it. I also want to put some gap in between so that prop would like to come from in between. Okay, this is my title slide. Now I go to second slide of the layout and I want to put questions here. मैं यहाँ पर वो ऑप्शंस रखूंगा बच्चे के लिए जिसको उसे क्लिक करना है. So again I go to insert shapes from the ribbon shapes and I pick button, not rectangular or something else. I would like to pick button like this one. Again I format this, fill it with some color. Also want to format it by dropping some shadow like this one. Okay, now it's okay. Now I use placeholders. Go to insert placeholders and title placeholders. Again repeating, go to insert placeholders and title placeholder. You can also go from this text button here and I cover this button with the placeholder. Also, I want to format this. I have kept Josephine Sans font. I also decrease this, keep it color to dark green, alignment center. Before I go further, please see on the left side what it looks like. So go to the down arrow next to plus button and see this one. I want to type how it looks like. Okay, I need to do it in the middle. Again, go this one, select this and click on the middle. Okay. Yes. If I type like this one, AA, how it looks like, it is visible to all of you. So my button is ready. I again go to slides, edit theme. Now I want to duplicate this, selecting all, Control D. Now I drag it to something, somewhere uh, here. Or yes, that's it. Now I select both of these two. And again, I duplicate this, Control D, and put it somewhere below. Okay. Now again see, मैंने यहाँ पर 4 ऑप्शन अपने तैयार कर लिए हैं. Okay. उनकी फॉर्मेटिंग फॉन्ट्स की मैंने स्लाइड से कर दी है। मेरे 4 ऑप्शंस तैयार हैं। यदि मुझे कुछ लगता है कि यहाँ पर इसमें कुछ चेंज करना है तो आई विल गो अगेन टू स्लाइड्स, एडिट थीम। जो भी मैं यहाँ से चेंज करूंगा वो सब में रिफ्लेक्ट होगा। I also want to put instructions what a student has to do. So again, I will insert text box and fill it with some color from the upside, and also go to fonts, Josephine fonts. मैंने अपने पूरे इसमें प्रोजेक्ट में जोसेफिन फंड्स का यूज किया है। You can have your own, and font color is white. So I write some instruction here. Click on the box which is different. Let me check my spelling, which is different from the others. I align it centrally and in the middle. Okay, my instruction is ready. You can again see how it looks like. Again, go to slide, edit theme. So my second slide is ready. I rename this layout as question slide. I write it as question. I may be little fast. You can go or you can revisit the recordings later on. Okay, this is my question slide. अब मैंने क्वेश्चन तो बना लिया, अब उसके बाद मुझे आंसर्स भी बनाने हैं कि यदि बच्चा इन ऑप्शंस पर क्लिक करे तो वो कहाँ पहुंचे। ओके, सो my title slide is ready, my question slide is ready with instructions on it. Now I put some reinforcement for the student. What I am doing is putting some bitmoji from the add-ons, bitmoji. Let me see what I have. Okay, I have to give some, you did it correctly. Okay, there are several options. I can take any one here for the time being. Okay, this is my correct answer slide. This is my correct answer slide. So I name it correct answer. Okay, that's fine. Now I go to the wrong answer slide. So I also give some reinforcement here. And again, I put some Bitmoji from the Bitmoji extension. I say better luck next time. Better luck next time. I take it this one. Okay. Okay, my question ready. My question slide is ready. Correct answer slide is ready, and wrong answer slide is also ready. Now I go to the slide deck, left side. I put correct answer after my question. This one. Now I put wrong answer. I have not given this name. Okay, I can give it later on. अब मुझे करना क्या है कि यहाँ पर अपने क्वेश्चंस को टाइप करना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, फॉर द सिंप्लिसिटी आई हैव टेकन सम सिंपल ऑप्शंस हियर. Let this is A. I say this is S. Sorry, S, and this is T, and this is Z. So you can see we have to find out the number which is different from the others. In these 4 options, the third option, TT, is different from the others. So the correct answer is TT. So what should I do? When a student click on this correct answer, he or she must be forwarded to the correct answer slide. So what should I do? I link this slide to the third number slide. Presently, I have 4 slides. Second number slide is question slide. Third number slide is correct answer slide. And fourth number slide is Wrong answer slide. So I link this TT option to the third slide. What I do, either I go in the upward ribbon where I will find the link button, or you can go for Control K, or you can also right click on this and find link here. I click link, so it asks me to which slide should it be linked. I want to link it with the third one slide. You can click on the next slide, or you can go the number of slides. For this, you can click on tab button in your keyboard. You will be brought to the brought to the below section of this view. Tab, tab, tab. Okay. Now it will give you all the slides which we have in our slide deck. So I am linking this option with the third number slide. That's it. Now AA, SS, and ZZ option must be linked to the fourth number slide. So what should I do? I repeat the same step. Control K. I link it with the fourth number slide. That's it. Again, SS option must be linked to the fourth number slide. Okay. We will check it later on once we did it. Okay. This is also again go for the tab button in your keyboard. Sometimes it will not appear the whole screen. Tab, tab, tab. Slides in the deck. Okay. Now I recheck it. A is the correct answer. Wrong answer, sorry. A is the wrong answer. It must be linked to the fourth slide. SS is also wrong answer. It must also be linked to the fourth slide. ZZ is also wrong answer. It must be linked to the fourth slide. And TT is the correct answer. So I have one question, one correct answer, one wrong answer. So if I say these three, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 constitutes one set, I select these, I select all these three slides and duplicate them. Either right click duplicate slides or Control D. Your next set of question is ready. See here, title slide, first question, then fifth number slide is your second question slide. So now I enter another question, odd one out. Let us say this is 1 and this is 3. This is 5 and this is 7. So can you guess it? What will be the right answer for this slide? Okay. Many of you will not be from the mathematical background. Its answer is 1 because 1 is not a prime numbers, but 3, 5, 7 are the prime numbers. So this correct answer must also be linked to some correct answer slide. After fifth number slide, I have put sixth number slide. So fifth number correct option must be linked to the sixth number slide. If I click on the first option, you can see I have duplicated this from the first set. तो इसमें पहले से ही स्लाइड्स का नंबर आ रहा है, तो आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, इसमें केवल इसको एडिट करना है. यदि आपका ऑप्शन दूसरी स्लाइड से लिंक होना है, जैसे यहाँ पर मेरा 7 नंबर की स्लाइड से लिंक है, तो मुझे यहाँ पे इसमें पेन वाला जो बटन है उसको क्लिक करके 6 नंबर की स्लाइड से लिंक करना है. So I again go to slides in the presentation, slide number 6. Okay. I check for third option, second option, which is linked to the 7th. It's okay. And 5, this is the wrong answer. It must be linked to the 7th number slide. Okay. Again, go for the tab, 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 tab. It must be linked to the 7th number slide. Again, this is already linked to the 7th number slide. So for the time being, I have taken this game only for the 2 questions because the main thing is just to give you an idea. So see again, once again, first title slide, second number slide is linked to the third slide or fourth slide based on the option chosen by the student, and fifth number slide is linked to the sixth slide and seventh slide. But first number slide is not linked to the second number. So what should I do? I insert some Bitmoji again. One more thing, I also want to give instruction on the title slide. Before a student attempts the question, I also want to put some instruction on the title slides. So what should I do? Again, go to the slide, edit theme, and go to the question slide. Same instructions I want to replicate. So I select this one and Control C copy option. Go to the title slide and just paste it by pressing Control V. That's it. बस हो गया. Okay. Now again go to the slide deck. I want to put some linkage. For this I have taken Bitmoji again. I write this one as click me. Let us see what is there. Okay, this one. Yeah, nice. Okay, I am putting it in right bottom corner. Resize it. Already Harpreet ma'am has covered this one. How to resize crop images. Okay, see, click me. What should I do? I link this one. Again, the same procedure. Go for the link button or Control K. Now this must be linked to the second slide or next slide. Okay, this is being linked. So now first title slide is linked to the second slide and second slide is linked to the third, fourth slide. Now third and fourth slides are not linked to the another question. So what should I do? I again take this Bitmoji on title slide and copy this one. Copy this one. Control C. I will go to third slide and put it here. You can resize it. Okay. Now I again, you can see its linkage is below. So I have to edit this one. This should be linked to the fifth number slide. So when a student click on the this slide, he must be forwarded to the fifth number slide. So what should I do? I edit this link, and editing this link is going to the slides in the presentation. Question number, slide number 5th. Okay. Now I have linked this slide to slide number 5th. Again, I copy this one because I have to put it on the wrong number slide, wrong answer slide. Control C, slide number 4, Control V. That's it. You can see it is linked to the slide number 5th, which I wanted. Okay. First number slide, second number slide, third number slide, fourth number slides, all are linked. And again, fifth number slide, sixth number slide, and seventh number slides are linked. But I have not linked sixth number and seventh number slide for the time being. Let us see what it looks like before I proceed further. Okay, this is the beginning. This is not the beginning, so I go from the beginning and see. Okay, click me. If I go to this one, okay, better luck next time. Click me. Okay, that's it. So now what I do, I introduce introductory part. I have made this introductory part and ending part in the theme builder. So again, I go to the edit theme. I may be a little bit faster as the time be that constant. So you may revisit the recording later on. Okay. Now I select this one, delete this one. Again, taking the image from the computer and I take this one. For saving time, I have downloaded all the materials in my computer. Okay, this one, fine. Okay, again, I also want to put another slide. I may rename it. Intro -1 slide. And I again take image from my computer because I have put 2 slides in my introductory part. for saving time. That's it. Okay. Now I go to my slide deck on the left side and enter these introductory slides. First of all, I want to this one, or I drag it to the top. I add another introductory slide. Okay. Now I have first number, 2 number slides as the introductory slides. क्योंकि मैं नहीं चाहता कि मैं बच्चे को सीधा क्वेश्चंस दे दूं, सीधा उसको गेम के लिए भेज दूं, क्योंकि नॉर्मल गेम में भी ये होता है कि पहले उसको कुछ इंट्रोडक्शन दिया जाता है, कुछ माहौल सा बनाया जाता है, जब उसके बाद उसका मेन गेम आता है. So that's why I have put some introductory part. Now make it some engaging, interesting. I again go for Bitmoji and say something like this one, hello, and resizing it. Okay, खिड़की के पास इसे लगाते हैं कि वहां से ये इसे हेलो कह रहा है. अब हेलो किसे कह रहा है ये भी तो बताना पड़ेगा. So again I go to Bitmoji. Oh, I take another Bitmoji. स्कूटर वाला लिया है, इसको थोड़ा रिसाइज करेंगे स्लाइड्स के कंपैरिजन में. ओके. मैं इसे थोड़ा स्लाइड से बाहर रख रहा हूँ बिकॉज आई वांट सम एनिमेशन इन दिस. कुछ ऐसा लगे कि ये बाहर दूसरी जगह से आता हुआ लगे, स्लाइड्स में पहले से ना हो. So when I select this Bitmoji scooter, an animate button will be seen here. So I animate this scooter. I want to fly out to right. There are several options you can choose as per your convenience. Fly out to right, and I want this to come with the previous. Means जैसे ये स्लाइड आए तो उसी के साथ आ जाए. और मैं इसकी स्पीड को थोड़ा स्लो कर रहा हूँ, मतलब बहुत फास्ट नहीं कि एकदम से स्कूटर आए और लेफ्ट से राइट में चला जाए. तो आई हैव मेड दिस स्पीड, इट्स स्पीड एज स्लो. यू कैन प्ले दिस वन टू टेस्ट इट, बट आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू डू दिस वन. ओके. अब हमारा इंट्रोडक्टरी पार्ट तैयार हो गया पहली स्लाइड का, लेकिन इसकी लिंकेज मैंने सेकंड स्लाइड से नहीं की और सेकंड की थर्ड से नहीं की. तो अब मेरा जो काम है इसको लिंक करने का रह गया. अब लिंक करने के लिए भी मैं क्या करता हूं कि इसमें एक शेप ऐड करता हूं, like this one, and color it with some green से कर देते हैं हम हाल फिलहाल के लिए. ओके. आई also want to take the same type of font. इसका कलर मैं वाइट करता हूं क्योंकि डार्क बैकग्राउंड है. इसकी अलाइनमेंट मैं सेंटर में करना चाहता हूं, मिडिल में करना चाहता हूं. नाउ आई टाइप टेक्स्ट. आई राइट द मैसेज हिट मी. ओके. But I don't want this to be present initially. मैं चाहता हूं कि जब ये स्कूटर यहाँ से चला जाए तो उसके बाद ही आए, क्योंकि इसको मैंने लिंक के रूप में बनाना है. और यदि ये पहले से मौजूद रहेगा, यहाँ पर पहले से रहेगा, तो कोई भी इसको क्लिक करके सेकंड स्लाइड पर चला जाएगा. तो मैं इसमें एनिमेशन डालता हूँ. एंड व्हाट शुड बी, इट मस्ट अपीयर. तो सी योर टाइप, इट मस्ट अपीयर आफ्टर द प्रीवियस. मतलब पहले वाला एनिमेशन जब खत्म हो जाए तो उसके बाद आए. और इसकी स्पीड को मैं थोड़ा फास्ट रखता हूँ, इससे कि एकदम से आ जाए और आपको पता भी ना लगे. ओके, दैट्स इट. नाउ आई लिंक दिस वन. सेम प्रोसीजर. हाउ टू लिंक? राइट क्लिक और गो फॉर द कंट्रोल प्लस के. नाउ आई वांट टू लिंक दिस टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. दैट्स इट. That is being linked. First slide is linked to second. Third is linked to the other slides, but second is not linked to the third slide. So again, इसके लिए मैं यहाँ पर कोई अपनी शेप डालना चाहता हूँ. और देखिए इसमें मैसेज भी लिखा है, आर यू रेडी फॉर इट प्लीज. तो बच्चा कह रहा है यस. ओके. आई फिल इट विथ सम कलर, गिव इट सम बॉर्डर, इंक्रीज इट्स weight 4 pixel, and again go for the Joseph's sense and take the okay center alignment. Now I put start. Again I have to increase its font size. Okay. That's it. Oh, sorry. I also want to format this one. अभी हरप्रीत मैम ने बड़ा अच्छा बताया था कि कैसे हम ड्रॉप शेडो करेंगे, तो उसी का इस्तेमाल कर रहा हूँ मैं यहाँ पे। आप शेडो की कलरिंग भी कर सकते हैं। ओके, दैट्स इट। नाउ आई वांट टू लिंक दिस वन। अगेन द सेम प्रोसीजर। इस स्लाइड्स में लिंक करने का ही ऑप्शन काफ़ी बार यूज किया गया है और उसी से सारा इफेक्ट है ये। So I again go for linkage. I want to link this to the next slide. Okay. Let us see what happens. Okay. Okay. Before I go, I also want to add the ending part. So again, I go to the slide part and look for another layout. I right click, new layout. So see. Okay. I delete this one, changing its background. Iska, yes. Actually, these slides are being made in the Canva. You can also made it in Google Slides also. लेकिन वहाँ पर कुछ थी बनी बनाई, तो मैंने वहाँ से यूज किया ऐसे। Okay, very well played. This is the message. Again, go to the slide deck and adding the last slide. Very well played. Okay. Now my rest of the work is to link the slide number 8 and slide number 9 with the 10th number slide. So I think all of you have been expert now. Sorry. What happened? What I do, go to the slide number 6 and take Bitmoji click me because it is linked to some slide. Control C and go to 8th number slide. Put it there. Control V. That's it. लेकिन मुझे इसकी लिंकेज को चेक करना है कि ये लिंक कहाँ हो रही है। मुझे इस बिटमोजी को स्लाइड नंबर 10 पे ले जाना है, लेकिन आप देख रहे हैं ये स्लाइड नंबर 7 पर जा रहा है। तो आई गो फॉर द पेन बटन और एडिट लिंक, इस पे मैं जाता हूँ इसको, और अगेन गो फॉर द टैप 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 इन योर कीबोर्ड एंड गो टू द 10th नंबर स्लाइड। ओके, अब ये आपका बिटमोजी लिंक हो गया 10th नंबर यानी एंडिंग पार्ट से, और इसमें दोबारा से वहीं पे कर रहा हूँ। यही बिटमोजी को मैं कॉपी कर रहा हूँ, कंट्रोल सी, एंड पुटिंग इट ऑन द स्लाइड 9th, क्योंकि इस स्लाइड को भी मुझे 10th नंबर की स्लाइड पे ले आना। देख लीजिए आप। ओके, so let us check in the slide presentation mode. ओके, देखिए आपका स्कूटर चल के आ रहा है। आप देखिए हिट मी आ गया यहाँ पे ना, इसको आप हिट मी करेंगे तो ये आपका नेक्स्ट पे ले जाएगा। स्टार्ट करेंगे तो जाएगा। क्लिक मी अगला, इसमें आप गलत पे चूज करिए। ओके, इट्स गोइंग, इट्स वर्किंग। ओके, बट once again you see what I am showing. This is not the perfect. See here, if I am clicking on the hit me, it is leading to the next slide. But if I click somewhere else other than the hit me, what happens? See, I am not clicking on the start. I am clicking here. See, I am not clicking on the click me. See, मैं कहीं स्क्रीन पर क्लिक कर रहा हूं जहां पे क्लिक करना चाहिए था उसको छोड़कर, तो फिर भी ये आगे बढ़ रहा है, जबकि मैं तो नहीं चाहता कि मेरा जो बच्चा है वो बिना ऑप्शंस को क्लिक किए आगे बढ़े। नाउ कम्स द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट, third part, or the masking layer part. Actually, I have worked in the 3 layers. A ground layer, you can say, the middle layer, and the third one is the top layer or the masking layer. अभी मैं आपको यहाँ पे दिखाता हूँ कैसे करना है इसमें। You can take any shape of the size of the slide. I am taking this one, rectangular one, and dragging it all over the slide. Okay, see. जैसे ही मैंने इसे रखा, इसने इस पूरी स्लाइड को ढक लिया, मतलब नीचे का कंटेंट मुझे कहीं भी दिखाई नहीं दे रहा। बट इट्स नॉट माई ऑब्जेक्टिव, so what should I do? I make it transparent. Go to color, because इसका कलर डिफॉल्ट जो है वो व्हाइट आ रहा है, तो I will choose for the transparent. When I hit the transparent button, see, Everything is visible. Okay. Okay. But see what happens if I do only this one. I again go for the slideshow and I want to click somewhere else other than the hit me. It's not working. Okay. Then what should I do? I must link this slide to itself. यदि मैं इस स्क्रीन पर कहीं भी क्लिक करूं तो ये मुझे इसी स्लाइड पर रखे। तो सेम टाइप का ही मुझे इसमें लिंकेज करना है, लेकिन स्लाइड 1 को स्लाइड 1 से ही लिंक करना है। दैट इज द मेन इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ दिस गेम, हाउ टू मेक दिस परफेक्ट वन। बट अगेन सी, यदि मैं स्क्रीन पर कहीं भी क्लिक कर रहा हूं हिट मी के अलावा, तो हो क्या रहा है? ठीक है, बिल्कुल वर्क कर रहा है, परफेक्टली वर्क कर रहा है। बट व्हाट हैपन्स व्हेन आई क्लिक ऑन द हिट मी? सी, इससे पहले जब हम हिट मी पे क्लिक करते थे या कहीं बाहर क्लिक करते थे तो भी आगे जाता था। अब की बार क्या हो रहा है कि मैंने स्क्रीन पे कहीं भी क्लिक किया इस हिट मी को छोड़कर, तो ये उसी स्लाइड पर तो है, लेकिन व्हाट हैपन्स व्हेन आई क्लिक ऑन द हिट मी? सी, हिट मी पर भी क्लिक करने पर ये वही है, जबकि ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, नहीं होना चाहिए। गॉट इट? So one more thing, the last thing is, I want this masking layer to be behind hit me, which Harpreet ma'am has already covered how to make objects backward. So what should I do? Right click, again say right click, order, and send to the back, Let us see now. देखिए, अभी मैं यहाँ पे कहीं क्लिक कर रहा हूँ तो ठीक है, बढ़िया है, यहाँ पे है ये, लेकिन अब मैं हिट मी पे क्लिक करता हूँ तो देखिए कहाँ जाता है, क्या इसी स्लाइड पर जाता है या आगे जाता है? ओके, इट्स वर्किंग। ओके, नाउ दिस पार्ट ऑफ मास्किंग is to be done in every slide. So what should I do? I click on this slide. When I click on this slide, it gets selected. Copy this slide either by right click or Control C. Go to slide number 2 and do Control V. Okay, ये आपका इससे टाइम बच जाएगा। और देखिए जो आपकी स्लाइड लिंक थी वहां 1 की 1 से लिखती है, ऑटोमेटिकली गूगल स्लाइड इसको स्लाइड 2 को स्लाइड 2 से लिंक कर रहा है। You don't have to edit the linkage. Okay, but one more thing, pasting and sending it backward. Okay, I again do same thing. पहले से ही मेरे पास वो कॉपी है। थर्ड स्लाइड, जस्ट कंट्रोल V, राइट क्लिक, ऑर्डर, सेंड टू बैकवर्ड। फोर्थ स्लाइड, कंट्रोल V, राइट क्लिक, सेंड टू बैक। फिफ्थ स्लाइड, कंट्रोल V, send to back. Now question number 6, slide number 6, Control V, right click and send to back. 7th number slide, Control V, right click, order, send to back. 8th number slide, Control V, right click, order to back. Now slide number 9, Control V, send to backward. I don't need to mask 10th number slide. Okay, one more thing, before I इसमें कुछ म्यूजिक डाला जाए, इसमें थोड़ा सा इफेक्ट देने के लिए, तो व्हाट शुड आई डू? आई इंसर्ट एन ऑडियो फाइल एंड दैट इज सेव्ड इन माय कंप्यूटर। जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि सेशन के लिए मैंने सारा कुछ डाउनलोड करके रख लिया है जिससे कि टाइम बचे। तो I have selected this one audio file and I am putting this one in my first number slide. थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे ट्रिकी होता हूँ मैं, और यहाँ पे इसे क्लाउड में जाके ना इसको थोड़ा छोटा कर देता हूँ, इसका रिसाइज कर देता हूँ मैं, ये दिखे ना। हालांकि ये गूगल में इसमें दे रखा है कि इट विल नॉट बी हाईलाइटेड व्हेन यू क्लिक द ऑप्शन हियर। देखिए यहाँ पे राइट साइड में जैसे ही आपका ऑडियो आया तो यहाँ पे इसकी फॉर्मेट ऑप्शंस ओपन हो जाती हैं। इसमें लिखा है कि क्लिक करने पर म्यूजिक चले या कैसे चले। सो आई वांट टू प्ले इट ऑटोमेटिकली। इसको मैं ऐसे इस पे क्लिक कर, जैसे ही मैंने ऑटोमेटिकली किया तो यहाँ पे आ जाता है कि हाइड आइकॉन व्हेन प्रेजेंटिंग और लूप ऑडियो का मतलब है कि म्यूजिक बार बार चले, क्योंकि इट इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली 2.5 मिनट ऑडियो। और मैं ये भी नहीं चाहता कि मेरा ऑडियो जो है वो स्टॉप हो जाए, तो मैंने इसमें पहले दो ऑप्शन को क्लिक कर दिया है. दैट्स ओके. लेट अस सी व्हाट हैपेंस नाउ. आई प्ले दिस वन. See, if I am clicking on, so this is one thing. And the last thing, how to give this presentation to the student. One more thing is you can publish your this slide deck by clicking on file, publish to the web. जब आप इसमें क्लिक करते हैं तो यहाँ पे एक पॉपअप विंडो खुलती है जहाँ पे दो बटन आते हैं, लिंक और एम्बेड. सी ऑटो एडवांस स्लाइड्स. इट गिव्स यू द टाइम व्हेन ईच स्लाइड विल प्रोग्रेस. इसके में मैं चाहता हूं कि स्टूडेंट्स जब तक उसको क्लिक ना करे स्लाइड को, जब तक वो आगे ना बढ़े. तो मैं सबसे लास्ट वाला ऑप्शन चूज करता हूं, एवरी मिनट. लेकिन मुझे इसमें भी आई एम नॉट सेटिस्फाइड दिस वन, बट फॉर द सिंप्लिसिटी आई क्लिक दिस वन, एवरी मिनट. उसके बाद ऑप्शन आता है स्टार्ट स्लाइड शो एज सून एज द प्लेयर लोड्स. जैसे ही ये आप इस लिंक को किसी ब्राउजर में लोड करेंगे तो वैसे ही ये स्लाइड शो शुरू हो जाए, उसके बारे में कहता है. और मैं रीस्टार्ट पे नहीं कर रहा बिकॉज इट्स लाइक वर्कशीट. अभी मैं नहीं चाहता कि बच्चा ऐसे दोबारा करे जब मैं उसे ऑप्शन दूं. जब तो आई क्लिक द बटन पब्लिश. द मोमेंट यू क्लिक द बटन पब्लिश इट विल आस्क फॉर ए मैसेज कि आर यू श्योर. तो आपको उसको क्लिक करना है. जैसे ही आप क्लिक करेंगे नीचे लिंक आती है. ओके, नाउ आई क्लिक दिस, आई कॉपी दिस लिंक, कंट्रोल सी. ओके, एंड ओपन अनदर ब्राउजर, अनदर टैब. सॉरी, आप एक बार ध्यान से देखिएगा कि जैसे ही मैं इसमें पेस्ट करता हूं तो आखिर में क्या लिखा आ रहा है. आखिर में आ रहा है डिले एमएस इज इक्वल टू 60,000 एंड 1 सेकेंड इज इक्वल टू 1000 मिली सेकेंड. तो आपने जो ये 1 मिनट कहा है वो 60 सेकेंड के बराबर है. तो ये 60,000 के बराबर है. लेकिन मैं चाहता हूं कि बच्चा इस पे थोड़ा, मतलब जब तक बच्चा ना क्लिक करे ये स्लाइड वहीं पर है. तो थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी होते हैं. मैं इसको 5 मिनट का समय देता हूँ. तो 60 × 5 इट इज 300. ओके, एंड तब आई हिट द बटन ऑफ एंटर. सी, I will take you to another slide which I have prepared for maximum number of questions because I have given only 2 questions here. I present this one every minute, start slideshow, publish, okay, getting the link. You can also embed this. ये जो आपका जैसे ही आप पब्लिश करेंगे तो आपका एक कोड भी आएगा embed का, जिसे आप अपनी वेबसाइट या गूगल वेबसाइट में आप लगा सकते हैं. Okay, see here. I hit the button enter and take it to the full screen. Okay. Okay, let us see what happens to the music. Every minute, Control C. अब आपका ये ब्राउजर में चल रहा है. This is our introductory part. Now I am clicking somewhere on the screen, but it is not leading to next slide. Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay, that's it from my side. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mahattattva team. Thank you, Harpreet ma'am. Thank you, Kajal ma'am.
Thank you so much, Harpreet ma'am and Neeraj sir, for this wonderful session. And
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you everyone for being here. And requesting everyone to please fill up the feedback form for today's session, which I have just shared in the chat box. Thank you everyone for this wonderful session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Harpreet ma'am, how was that?
Wonderful, wonderful. I was taking notes and I was not able to unmute myself. So I said, I'm just going to try here. So, no, it was amazing. I learned a lot,
Actually,
sir.
I was in hurry because the time limit was there.
नहीं सर
It
मेरा
it took
notepad
me
साथ
2
साथ
days.
में
It took me 2 days to prepare, and refinement is